Hello everyone and welcome. On today's episode we're going to be looking at ON1 Photo Raw 2018 again. Today we'll be looking at the LUTS filter. LUT or LUT stands for lookup table. And basically what a lookup table is a filter that remaps your original image colors to new colors, giving a unique look to your image. And that is a cool thing. Lookup tables were originally used in the film world, in cinematography, where filmmakers wanted to give their image a nice cinematic look. So think of movies like The Matrix, 300, they have those unique looks to them. And that's what lookup tables do. They provide that. And again, what they do is they remap the original colors of the image to brand new colors. Okay, they totally remap them out, which is pretty phenomenal how that works. So it's really cool. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we want to do so we can work non-destructively on our image is duplicate our background layer. To do that, on a Mac, you would press Command-J to duplicate your background layer, and as you can see, our background layer is duplicated. On a PC, you would type Control-J to do the same thing. The next thing we want to do is come up and click on Filter up at the menu bar in Photoshop, and then come down and find ON1, and then select ON1 Effects 2018. That will launch ON1 Photo Raw 2018 and bring us into the effects section inside of ON1 Photo Raw. The first thing we want to do is go up to Add Filter, give that a click, and there's our 24 unique filters that ON1 Photo Raw gives us to work with. We want to find the filter that says LUTS for lookup tables, give that a click, and when we do, we apply a LUT immediately to our image, and that LUT will be the first style or preset, which is blues. And then we can come to the next preset, which is Aachen, give it a click, go to the next one, Campari, the next one, Timeless, Brana, and then where it says More, give that a click. A drop-down menu appears, and we can hover over all of these LUTs and see the effect that they're going to give our image. And once we get on one that we like, we can simply just click it, and there it's applied to our image. And then we have a couple simple sliders we can adjust, and one is contrast. We can add more contrast to the image by moving it to the right, take contrast away by moving it to the left. Saturation, we can add more saturation to the right, less saturation to the left, which is really, really cool. Now let's take a look at another way to view our presets. If we come over to the left-hand side of the interface, see where it says Presets here? These are all our different presets that we have inside of ON1 Photo Raw. A lot of these I've added. You get a lot of pre-packaged presets as well. But want to come up to where it says Filters, give that a click. And here you will see all the presets that are pre-packaged with ON1 Photo Raw in the LUTS filter. And we can look at these thumbnails and we can use our mouse to scroll through the different LUTS presets. It's kind of hard to see that way. And you can also come to this right-hand side of the panel, just move your mouse over to the edge of your panel and drag it, click and drag to the right, and you can make those thumbnails bigger. Not a very effective way of doing it, in my opinion. So let's drag that back, but I just wanted to show that to you to give you that option in case you want to work with it that way. But if you come up to where you see these little 4 squares here and give that a click, this is nice because what you will see is all your thumbnails will appear before you in a larger size, so you can scroll through with your mouse and find them that way. I don't really use it this way for the LUTS filter. For other filters, I'll use it that way, but in the LUTS filter, I like to just hover over the actual presets in the right-hand side of the interface and see them real time on the full-size image, which I like even better. But this gives you a nice representation of what your image is going to look like. So let's just scroll through here and see if we like one that we may want to use. Say like we like this look here. We're going for this amber, warmer tone look. This is called Morning Person. So let's pretend this is the early morning and our photographer is out scoping a shot of this beautiful hill mountain over here. And we'll go ahead and give this a click, and there we've applied that LUT to our image. And then again, as I showed you earlier, we can come over here and adjust contrast and saturation. If we want to get rid of these thumbnails here because they're distracting us, if we come to the bottom left corner of our screen, we can give that a click and that'll disappear. And then let's say we want to remove some of the contrast, or let's increase it. Let's increase it a little bit. And let's take our saturation up to the right, adding more saturation, or let's go down a little bit. Maybe say somewhere right in there. Now, if we come down to where it says preview, give that a click. There's our before and there's our after. So a pretty nice change to our image using a LUT inside of ON1 Photo Raw. Again, a LUT will totally remap the original colors of your image to brand new colors, which is really, really great. Now let's say we're really enjoying the alterations that we've made to this LUT Morning Person by adjusting its contrast and saturation. We think, I really like that. I think I want to save that and use that again at some point in time. So what we can do is come up here where it says More, give that a click, come down to where it says Save New Style, give it a name. Let's call it Morning Mist. And then click on Save, and that saves it. And if we go back over to More and give that a click, you'll see Morning Mist will be right at the top of the list with all the other presets, all right, or styles. Okay, so it's right there. And also it's going to show up in the preset panel. So if we go over here and click on the icon down at the bottom left and click and show our panel again, let's click it. And there is our thumbnails, and you will find Morning Mist right there. And also if you come up to the 4 squares up here and give that a click, you will notice that it will be right in here as well, which is right here. To get out of here, we just come up to where it says LUTS on that little arrow, give that a click, and we're back to the main image. And then to get rid of this panel here, this preset panel, just come to this icon down here and give it a click. Okay, so what I want to show you next is how to import your own LUTs into ON1 Photo Raw. Say, for instance, you've purchased some LUTs online from a third-party source, or you've got some free LUTs and you want to get those in, or you went to ON1's website and you purchased some of their own LUTs, or they had some free LUTs they were giving. You downloaded those and you want to be able to get those in. Now, if you have third-party type LUTs, there's one way of importing the LUTs into ON1 Photo Raw. And if you have ON1 LUTs from their company, there's another way of importing those into ON1 Photo Raw. And I'm going to show you both ways. So here we go. The first thing you want to do is come up here and click on Import. And when you do, you'll see these 2 windows pop up. And the first window will show you, it will be your file browser, whether you're in Mac or Windows. Okay, so you want to navigate to the area where you have the LUTs that you want to install. In my case, they're on the desktop. So I'm going to click the desktop on. And let me find it here. Toning, right here. So I'm going to click on toning. My LUTs are inside here. There's 73 different items in here. I'm going to click open. And when I do, you'll see all these different LUTs inside of here. There's 73 different LUTs. To select all these, you can't press Command or Control A to select them all. I wish you could, but you can't. But what you have to do is with your mouse is go up to the top left-hand corner, click and drag and pull down so all these LUTs are selected. And once they are, they'll all be highlighted here, and just click Open. And then it tells you to choose a category. Okay, so you'll click this drop-down menu here, and in our case, these are brand new LUTs, and I want to put these all in their own little folder, their own little category folder. So what I'm going to do is click Add Category, and the actual category is called Toning, so I don't have to retype it in here. So it already says Toning, and all I have to do is click OK, and OK one more time, and it says, the import job has processed 73 items. There were no errors. Thank you. Click Close, and then click Close here. And then come over here to where it says Import. And, I'm sorry, not where it says Import. Come over here where it says Category. Click it, and you will find a new category called toning, which is right here. Give that a click. And then under category, so right here where it says toning, under category it says LUT. And you'll notice it says saturation, CMYK2 warmer. Click that. And inside here is all 73. And there's a little slider here. I can drag this down. But inside of here, as you can see, are all 73 LUTs that I've installed. So there they are. These would be third-party type LUTs. And I can come down through here and go through all these different LUTs. So that's pretty cool. All right. Now let me show you how to bring LUTs that you receive from ON1 into ON1 Photo Raw. You may have purchased them or got some free downloads from ON1, but they're going to go in differently than third-party LUT files go into ON1 Photo Raw. And let me show you how that works. We're not going to go over here to where it says import to put them in. What we're going to do is navigate to the folder where those LUTs are located. In my case, they're on my desktop, and they're inside this folder called ON1 Portrait LUTs. And see this little preset right here, the little gear icon on it, this little file right here. All I need to do is double click that, and that will take it right into ON1 Photo Raw. And the other method that you can use is you can click and drag this onto the launch icon for ON1, which is, where is it? Right here, ON1 Photo Raw 2018. So I could just drag this file right over on there, and it'll install it that way too. But to me, it's a lot easier just to give it a double click. So watch, I'll double click this, and then I'm going to slide back over to ON1 Photo Raw, and you will see right here it says this will install the ON1 Portraits LUTs preset package. Do you want to continue? Why, yes, I really do. So I'll click yes, and it says the preset package ON1 Portrait LUTs has installed 20 new files. There were no errors. Oh, that's exciting news. Great. So I'll click close. And now when I come over here to the category section, right now it says toning, and I click this, and I'll look for ON1. Well, actually it just says portrait. So it's portrait. So if I give that a click and come up where it says portrait and come to the drop down dialog underneath portrait, give that a click, and there are my presets right inside of there. So that's how you install ON1 presets into ON1. After making all those imports and things, bringing LUTs into ON1 Photo Raw, I actually lost the original look that I was going for here. So to get that back, all I need to do is, because remember I saved it as a style, all I have to do is go back up to where it says more, click on more, and Morning Mist was the name of that, right? So there's Morning Mist, give that a click, and there's my contrast and saturation setting just the way I left it. Now all I need to do, guys, is click Done. That'll bring me right back into Photoshop. And here I am in Photoshop. And there, if we go to Layer 1 here and I click on the eyeball, there's my before and here's my after. And then I can go to the opacity slider up here, and I can drag this the whole way to the left and then start building it up to the right. And I can stop at a point that I like. There's 100%, but what if I just wanted to back it off just a little bit? Let's leave it at 75%. So here is the before and here's the after. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this video, please give it a like. Also share it with your friends. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. And also click the bell notification icon so you can be informed of all the new videos that I put out, and I put them out every 1 to 3 days. So be looking for those. And guys, I will see you later.